Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Lib back with another NBA 2K24 video, and in today's video I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys, as you can see on your screen. In today's episode we're going to be creating a Playmaking 4, so with that being said, let's jump right into the build. Now obviously you have to make this build at the power forward position, otherwise you won't get the name Playmaking 4, because it's obviously 4 that can playmate. Height, I went 6'7", 240, 7-foot wingspan. Obviously you could tweak these to your like, and this is just what I went with. And then, of course, these are the attributes I went with. I went with a 60 close shot, an 80 layup, a 75 driving dunk with a 40 standing dunk, making us pretty versatile, when it comes to this build. While setting the screens, picking and rolling, you can choose to finish with a layup. You can go with a dunk. This build has gold aerial wizard, so you can also make backdoor cuts and catch lobs. Also has a 40 standing dunk, so you'll be able to grab some standing dunks while driving or cutting to the basket as well too. Just a bare minimum, not like you're gonna be catching standing dunk meter dunks or anything like that, but just enough to get the standing dunk as many animations as well as the driving dunk animations. Mid range, not really much here with a 62 mid range, and that's just the default for what we get for a 77 3-point shot. Now you do have to make this build at 77 3-point shot. If you go higher than the 77, you will get the name I think stretch playmaker, if I'm not mistaken, stretch playmaker, stretch diamond or something like that. So for this build you have to stay below a 77 3 threshold. I played around with it. I tried going 76, 77, 78, 79, and literally 77 was the highest I could put my 3-ball without changing the name. So you do have to go with a 77 3-point shot, otherwise your name will change. Free throw, obviously you guys know I play rec, so I like to have a little bit of free throw on this build, so I have like the bare minimum of a 71. Now if you want to hit a little bit more consistently, I would urge you guys to definitely put your free throw up some. Maybe take from the post control. You could also go down to your driving dunk to a 70. It's up to you. I went with a 75 just to add a little bit more versatility. It gives us precision dunker and posterizer and stuff, so you will be able to use the dunk meter on this build. But if you don't care about that, you can drop it down to a 70 driving dunk and then throw up your free throw at least to a 80. If you drop this to like a 73, I think you'll still have. Yeah, so 73, you still get posterizer and precision dunker because you need 71 and 73. So if you go 73, you'll still have enough to put your free throw up considerably, just those 2 attribute points. But again, like I said, it's up to you if you want to make that tweak to your build. If you're a park player, then it doesn't really matter. You probably could drop the free throw even more and put, other things up. But that's just what I did. I like to have some type of free throw. You don't want to go to the line, game on the line, and you're shooting reds or bricking because you don't have no free throw in your build. That's like the worst thing. So keep that in mind when making your build. Pass accuracy, I went with an 85, which is more than enough. Now, keep in mind, you're going to be at the 4 or the 5, so you probably aren't even going to be having a ball like that for you to really even need super high pass accuracy. But I know a lot of times you go into solo rec and the point guard or the shooting guard can't run point. They can't run the offense. They're just throwing dumbass passes. They're not getting open looks for nobody. With this build, if you get a dumbass point guard, guess what? You'll be able to run point. You have an 85 pass accuracy with a 91 ball handle and a 75 speed with ball. Now, keep in mind that you're also going to be matched up against a 4 or 5, which means that you'll have this ability to create and put the ball on the floor against a power forward or a center, which probably don't have really high skill, so you'll be able to do whatever you want and manipulate that player as much as you want, getting to the basket, getting to the 3, whatever it is that you want to do, because they won't have the perimeter defense to stay with you anyway, so that's a plus. Now, moving on to the defensive side of things with this build, we do have an 82 interior defense, which is like, bare minimum. It doesn't have like, crazy high interior defense. We also have a 78 perimeter defense just to make us a little versatile. We'll be able to play outside on the perimeter as well as the interior. So, just to help on the screens and stuff when our guard are being, hit with screens. We'll be able to play sides on the screens and, pick up. And even if we have to switch completely, we'll be able to switch to a guard and play, more than adequate defense at a 78 perimeter defense with all of these bronze badges. Now, if you feel like you don't really care too much about perimeter defense, you can bring the perimeter defense down to like a 71, I think it is, or 70. What do you need to get challenger? 71. So you could bring this down to a 71 because I would recommend you at least get challenger. or even 72 so you can get fast feet, because that is very important to stay in front of people. But me personally, I would keep that 78, because you see you'll have all of these badges. You'll also have 94 feet, which means that as a power forward, you could press ball if you want to come up and press ball. You could do a lot of things with this build, defensively. So I would keep that in mind when taking that perimeter defense down all the way down to a 71 or 72 so you could get higher interior defense, which would be worth it because you want to bolster the paint defense as well, but you also want to be able to play defense on the perimeter too. 60 still, just so that we can get that bronze interceptor. But, truthfully told, like, it's like not having an interceptor. Like, you might get a steal or deflect something like maybe 3 out of 10 times, 2 out of 10 times, but most of the time they're not even going to give you the steal. I have Silver Interceptor, and I barely get steals with Silver Interceptor. I tip and poke the ball constantly, but they just won't let me grab the steal. So, but 60 is just enough for you to at least interrupt alley-oops and stuff when they throwing lobs over your head. You want to be able to catch it. Without Interceptor, your guy is just going to reach, put his hand out while they catch the ball and dunk it, So that's why I went with a 60 still at least. And then, of course, the 78 block. We can't get an 87 block on this build because of the height and everything and the wingspan. So I went with the next best thing, which is a 78, because not only will we get anchor at a 77, but 78 also helps us get silver chase down artists, which is going to come in handy when it comes to bolstering defense in the paint. And then we also have an 83 defensive rebound, getting a silver box out B, silver pogo, and silver rebound chaser, which as the secondary, rebounder is not bad to have on your team. Now then when you get games where you're getting put at the center position, you might struggle a little bit, but I feel like, with boxing out and the speed and stuff, you'll be able to get to your spots to rebound the ball adequately. We also have the speed and acceleration, 81 speed, 73 acceleration to help get to our spots. Then we also have the 90 strength, which is going to help us with boxing out and stuff and playing good defense. You see the silver box out Bs. You see the gold brick wall, golden movable enforcer. That's going to help. Silver post lockdown, which is going to help with playing defense down low in the paint. And then we also have, bronze clamps as well kicking in. Then we have that 74 vertical to go with that defensive rebound and that 78 block, which is going to help us with catching blocks and stuff like that, playing better defense in the paint. And then finally a 96 stamina, just so that we get those gold handle for days and gold workhorse badges, as well as bronze 94 feet. Obviously, we don't have the perimeter to get that higher, but we are going to have that bronze, which is better than nothing. And then, of course, when we create our build, you'll see these shades of, so shades of, you see Draymond Green, you see Jalen Williams, and of course you see Jason Tatum. And there you have it. This is our Playmaking 4 build for NBA 2K24. It's been your boy Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K24 content. And of course, more rare builds like this. I'm out, y'all. Peace.